Hmm. Ah, there we go. That is better. Quiet little Discord post. Ugh, dog's going off in the background. Okay, so what do we get to? It's building, that's always a good start. Fix those titles one of these days. All right, so select a single hex, we get build option, storage option. Storage option works. Oh, it doesn't reset though. That needs fixing. Okay, so the storage creation or storage designation needs to reset all the menu states. Okay, cool. Oh, they're back. Huh. Was that just a timing thing? What was going on there? So build one for stone bench, and we need a bench. Can only build, can't designate storage, even though we should be able to. Interesting. Yeah, only sometimes. Feels like there's something racy in there. That's all working. Shouldn't be able to build anything under those circumstances. Should only be able to build when there's a single hex selected, like that. Gathering looks like it's working fine. And deposit to storage. Okay. And multi-select gathering. Yep. And multi-select storage. Yes. So there's just some inconsistency around, first of all, storage isn't being indicated. And yeah, I think some of these states just need to be correct after we finish selecting. So let's look at storage controls. And we've got, yeah, so context menu state set, context menu state none, but we also need to do it for area menu state. And that means we need area menu state. Yeah, Copilot, nice job. Well done. Yeah, just need to import that. Okay, so that should help. We also need to clear all of these states on a right click, which should reset selection. I think that lives in selection module. Yeah. Hmm. Selection state consume. Yeah, we need basically, it'd be nice to have a sort of a clear all states, and we might end up using a custom command for that at some point. I was talking to someone about that today. But in the meantime, we've got to do it the old-fashioned way, which means clear all menu states. So area menu state, gathering menu state, and I think the other one is build. Uh, gathering. Gotta do a figure out how to use the LSP to do an import all for this stuff. Or import missing. Oh, I've already got that one. Okay. And this is going to make this function really unwieldy in the meantime. And gathering, this should be mutable too. Okay, what can I do? Why can't I do this? Mutable trait derif mute is required. What did I do? Oh, res instead of res mute. The yeah, 10 arguments. We definitely need to do something about that, but not yet. Let's just get it working first. But to do either a custom command or some kind of reusable utility. For example, I can imagine function that just took any state as a generic and set it to its default, maybe, because all of these have a default. Okay. But in the meantime, our 10 argument function, what's in the rest of this? Oh, multi-select. Uh, that could actually be wrong. Oh no, because that's what triggers the calculation to see which things we should select. So let's just have a look at storage. Area menu state. Okay. So a quick look at what's going on there. Okay, so single select, B or T, correct. B or T, correct. Cancel, B or T, cancel, B or T. Interestingly, I just realized if you already have a current selection, so the context menu is already open, and then you select something else, I don't think it clears it. So this selection is actually indicating what you can do with the previous tile. Oh no, because it updates every tick, I think. Let's find out. So it should switch to G. Yeah, so that's okay. I'm not as bad as I thought I was. All right, so what happens if I indicate storage, goes away, and then I select another one? I can't build. I need to be able to build. Why wouldn't it let me build? Because I haven't reset. Right, so when you indicate storage, you not only have to clear, shit, you not only have to clear the storage, you have to clear everything else, every other state. I think what we actually need is to be smarter about this and use Bevy. So when we transition out of context menu tier 1, we should also reset all of the other states, and then we wouldn't have to worry about these really clumsy functions. Okay, I can live with that. Let's look at context menu. Yeah. So on exit, context menu state tier 2, tear down on context menu tier 2. But also, well, actually tier 1, not tier 2. Reset tier 1 states. Ah, reset tier 1 states. Just do everything in one place. It's really going to try and produce that for me. Yeah, no, sorry, Cody. Nice try. I really need to get rid of Cody. It's not quite working out for me. Okay, area menu state, that looks correct. Mute, build menu state. Gathering. Okay. I'll probably eventually discover someone's code bases where they do like tiered menu states so much better than this, and I'll be able to profit. But until then, this is probably a good solution. So basically, we're chaining all of these states so that if you get out of context menu tier one, it will automatically reset every other context menu state. I think that's correct. My only concern is what happens when you go from tier one to tier two. But I think we're okay. Where do we use context menu tier two? If anywhere. Okay. The submenu for build. Um, but really, what we're actually doing is going. See, that's going to break, right? I think it'll break because it'll say that if you're going into the next tier upwards, you get reset. All of the states will get reset. You could put a caveat in. You could read context menu tier one. You could read context menu state and say if it's none. Right. So what we need is not on exit, but on enter. So like add systems on enter context menu state none reset tier, maybe just reset states. Got to say what's going on here. Right. Gotcha. And so reset states is this. Yeah, I think that's right. So when one goes back to none, all of them go back to none. It just synchronizes them all. Which means that in storage, I think, yeah, we don't need any of that because we're doing it automatically. I hope. Where's that cancel code? There. Cool. Back below the 10 function parameters again. Always good to know. Now, question is, does it even come close to working? No. Oh yeah. Context menu. Okay. All right, single select, build storage, gathering, build, one, correct. Build storage, that's already better than it was. Storage, build storage, okay. All right, gathering. Gathering's still working. Multi-select. No. The selection state's gone away, which is a bit annoying. Why, I wonder. And in fact, every selection state's gone away, so I can't even individually select. What did I break? And here's a complicated, man. When you want it to be constantly updating. Okay, let's look at selection. Oh, because of deselect. Did I move context menu state to the wrong place? I don't think so. What did I break? Just on enter context menu state none reset states. Just some imports. And just some imports. So every time we go to context menu state none, we reset all of those other states. I don't see why that would break the selection. I'm so sick of it reminding me to do this. Oh, wait a minute, we can't use none. That was the problem in the originally, wasn't it? Because none's a keyword. All right. I guess I'll silence the warning at some point. Something about drag select doesn't work anymore. I wonder what. I think I changed enough to make it not work anymore. It's definitely still working. Oh, now this is, what the hell? Oh, I bet we don't reset drag origin anymore. First of all, it shouldn't be offering you to build. Yeah. There was some condition where I got it to stop dragging, but I have no idea what now. Interesting. Okay. What is going on there? It should be going through to the next state, but it's not. There's something wrong with build. Should be B followed by a 1. No, there's no controls in crafting anymore. So it's all in build context menu. Okay. We've just released character order build menu state, build menu state tier 2, and context menu state tier 2. So that would tear down the B. Where is the 1 handled? Is that under craft? Is that in crafting? No, that's here. Construct station action. And then context menu state. Yeah, we shouldn't need this. Selected entity remove selected, but I think we also need to remove drag origin just in case. Yeah, let's just try that. I think that's probably worth doing. Just the point where the drag started. Let's try that. Give that a crack. Because what might happen is you're dragging out and then you move the mouse pointer back so that you're only selecting one tile. Strictly speaking, you've still dragged it even though there's only one selected tile. Have another look at that. I feel like there were about 4 or 5 problems with this. Okay. So build in storage, just storage, storage and gathering, just storage, those are all correct, and build in storage. Now we get the menu. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to behave. So let's try it in a different position. Build. Yeah, that's good. Storage and gathering. Can't wait to get some actual animation apart from his eyes blinking. Can't find any storage. Create some storage. Okay, good. Can't remember what Rimworld does if there's no storage. I think it just drops it on the ground, right? Like any old ware. Okay. Good. So we might be getting close to being able to say that's done, which is good. Can move on to actually using the crafting tables. Yeah. Looks like that storage is not disappearing when we go to the menus either. So we could input the escape key, action exit, and pause menu. It's this one. Next game state set. Right, so we'll do this. And context menu state. Not exit, no. Yeah. All right. That should fix that one. So if I have an active context menu and then I pause, it takes away the menu, which is much cleaner. Did it take away the selection? I didn't notice. I suppose it did. All right. That's good enough to commit. Refine context menu behavior. Sounds good to me. All right. So I think the thing to do is to get the context menus actually doing something. The crafting tables. So one of the things we had to do in the jam version of this game was repair the crafting table before you could use it. So like build it basically. But we might We might just slide right past that one for a sec. Let's look at the jam code from XLife. I think it was in crafting. Sounds right. So it was, yeah, there was a create station, which we've already done. Repair station, very long functions, help triggers, return to storage. I think I've already got that. Collect from storage. So getting the ingredients and construct recipe. I think I actually put this in already. Construct recipe. Yeah. Okay. Very long function. Oh boy. Yeah, this looks like a mess. Are we carrying the necessary resources? Okay. That's kind of ugly, but let's roll with it for now. So stepping through this, we get the character for every character that's supposed to be doing one of these crafting orders. Let's find the destination. Find whatever station is at that destination. We're next to the station. If not, don't do anything. If it's damaged, we can't use it yet. That will become a factor later. Is there a recipe? Station crafting order, which is a crafting order, which is an option resource type. Okay. Don't I have a crafting order type? Station crafting order. Okay. So actually, 31 should be option station crafting order. And I think it probably should have quantity, right? Why does it need the station pos on it? I feel like it shouldn't necessarily need that. Let's take that out of there. Pub quantity F32. Yeah. Unless it was, instead of resource type, it was a recipe, which is a crafting recipe. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so that has a resource type on it. So let's do that. Crafting recipe. There we go. Consider annotating it with derived clone. Yeah, that's fine. Probably copy too. Why, what? Oh, okay. So Rust is telling us that we need derive clone, probably copy, probably debug, maybe default. I'm not sure yet. Oh, whoops. Copy can't be implemented. Is that because I needed reflect? The other one? Why do I need copy on this anyway? See if it's actually necessary. Ooh, we've gotten bogged down in a compile loop. No, we haven't. The LSP just timed out. Oh boy. All right. I assume if, man, what is happening behind the scenes? Okay. Yeah, the LSP's just gotten really beat up. I think we're gonna quit out of here, wait for everything to calm down. Might do a single cargo build and see if it will, which it won't. Right. Crafting recipe, we should take copy off there. Sometimes, and I'm sure this will come with time, but sometimes I find deciding on which traits to implement can be a little bit of guesswork, which I don't really like. Resource type. Right, because we changed crafting order to a resource type. So crafting order has a recipe now, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, so we need to compare order recipe to, we need to see if the recipe and the order is in, needs to be able to hash because station stats recipes is a hash. Instruct station action is can't do it. Again, feels like guesswork. I'm sure this is just because I don't understand it at a deep enough level. Maybe this is why I was using the resource type. Hmm. Does it makes sense that the crafting order would be a crafting recipe? I guess I could use the address of a crafting recipe. Oh, not default. Tricky. This might be an Ask ChatGPT kind of question. Hmm. Station stats, recipes, get, order recipe. In order recipe, hang on, what is recipes? Hash map of resource type crafting recipe. Really? Oh. Hmm. That's why we needed the resource type. So actually crafting order was probably right before. Okay, I just need to familiarize myself with how this was supposed to work. Let's go back. Let's go way, way back. Back to the beginning. All right, so station crafting order, resource type, and right, so we know that it should be resource type and quantity, surely, but not station position. We don't need that. Okay, so crafting order, which was an option resource type. So the rule track is making this an option station crafting order, and that starts breaking things. There's only one, so there's no queue. And then clone isn't satisfied. Copy can't be implemented. What? Why? Why? What am I missing? Is the LSP having a brain fart again? Waits for the fans to spin down again. Poor little i5 chugging away. Really should have done an all AMD build. Like a 7950 in this thing. Okay. So what does it break further down the chain? This. We kind of already knew. So let's order and then order resource type. Hang on. What's the problem here? Ah, damn it. It's got to implement copy. Uh, um, can it implement copy? Where does the downfall happen? Somewhere here. Surely it can't be as easy as that. It is? Okay. The break. No, it does not. At least not yet. Okay. All right. So in theory, we could build a recipe. Storage is unused. Import. Okay. Hey, Mr. Zombie. Hope your stream went well. I'm doing very boring things with menus, I'm afraid. Trying to get crafting tables working. So I need another category. We need, yeah, something like that. We need a different kind of submenu. So we've got menus, context menu, area, build, and gathering. We need one for crafting. In fact, for Stonebench itself. So I guess we'll just copy this. call it stone bench context menu. This whole system feels a bit primitive, but there. And replace basically everything that says build with, I guess, stone bench. And its key should be what? Call it, no, probably not, better not use S because of WASD, so B's already been taken by build, but then you won't be able to build, yeah, you won't be able to build because it's context dependent, so maybe that's okay. I don't know, let's find out. All right. Tier 1, Tier 2. Crafting recipes. Here's the thing. So also do a replace on build underscore to stone bench. Whoops. Underscore. And character order stone bench. That is definitely. Is it? How's that defined? Build, gather. Is it a character order or is it a crafting order? I feel like it's probably a crafting order because you're issuing an order to the crafting table, not to the character. I guess. Do we want to put that in here or do we want to put that in crafting? I think we'll leave it here for now. Crafting table order. Stone bench. I don't know if this works. Let's just see how it plays out. Okay. And so here we've got character order, designate area. Crafting table order. Or action, I should call them all actions for consistency, I suppose. So it's going to be crafting table order stone bench key code key B. Now, how we disambiguate that is a question because we've got two things that can work on B. So I think they have to be handled depending on what state we're in. Arguments to this method are incorrect. Are they now? Oh, yeah. Okay. Where are we? We're in build context. Oh shoot, I wrote it to the wrong file. Okay, so we need to force write that to the new file. I'm always doing this. What's called Stonebench, and then undo all the changes here. Now we're in the right file. Okay. And then when it comes to this context menu, we'll probably go something like stone blocks or stone block. It's our first ever crafting recipe. What could be more exciting? Have I done enough to make it work? No, I haven't, because we need menu mod. Tab mod stone bench context menu and add stone bench context menu. Not repetitive at all. Okay. Will it at least build if I did that? Thanks, I appreciate that. It's kind of chaotic. Okay, expected character order found, crafting table order. This is in context menu 121. Yes, you are correct, because that's a different type. Bevy has this really detailed entity component system, which is great, but it takes a bit of getting your head around. Wait for the fans to spin up, pull it off the CPU. Okay, so first of all, did I break anything? Single select gives us build and storage. T for storage designates a storage area. Selecting a node gives us gather. Gathering moves us to the gathering spot. And it eventually goes away. We can multi-select gathering areas. Oh, that's interesting. Why didn't that work? Okay, I wonder if that's a bug. So if you gather and you're sitting on a storage area, you seem to be stuck. That's not good. And also the B key seems to invoke both states. So, nope, just stone benches this time. So I can't move anymore, is that the deal? Yeah. I wonder if I can reproduce that. So normal storage, normal harvesting, gathering. Should really reduce the number of ticks to clear these while I'm developing. No, that works fine. Yeah, interesting. No, that's another one to chase down anyway. Yep, definitely still works. Okay, multi-select still works. We get gathering or storage, or build if there's only one selected. However, it looks like the B key has invoked both the crafting and the gathering menu, which is definitely not what we wanted. Crafting and the bench construction. It's kind of early days, but it could be fun eventually. The idea is to get it going on, like you should be able to dig down and build up as well as have that flat plane. I'm just trying to get the basic systems under control first. Sort of hexagonal dig dug, I guess. Right, so the thing we need is not crafting, context menu. So this updates all the different things that can display. Yeah. So show gather menu, show build menu, show area menu, and this is really blunt. I need to find a way to export all the menus to like a TOML file or something, but that's for the future. That's for future Rich to do. Show Stonebench menu. You can imagine how repetitive this would be if you had to do it all in code every time. That means we need a state. Did I already define one? I think I did. So 45. We need Stonebench. Yes, Copilot, you got it right. Well done. That brings us into the tier. Otherwise, reset it. I guess we don't have that type yet. Right, so show Stonebench menu. Now, yes, I don't know where. Oh, we've taught one of them. One of them's a puppy that's very high energy, and we've taught her to watch dog TV, which I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but she's completely transfixed by it. So we'll take it for tonight at least. She seems to enjoy watching farm animals. Probably a shepherding breed. The other one, they've both been out. We send them to a thing called Pack Social, which is like they take them out to a paddock basically and run them ragged. So they're both pretty tired. Do that once a week just to knock some of the rough edges off them. Right, so I need a query so that I can tell if there is a crafting station and what kind it is. So in crafting, we have station type Stonebench, and we have a component Stonebench. So in theory, I should be able to go option Stonebench and query the entity control system to see if the current tile has a crafting station on it. So I don't think this would scale terribly well to a lot of different stations, but it'll do to get started with. Oh yes, the moving stomach for sure. I am familiar, but relatively easy to train for that reason. Um, okay, so uh, is it enough to say we need to know that there's only one selected tile that has this? Do we not? Because we don't want to. Do we want to drag select and be able to issue crafting station orders? I guess maybe. Hmm. Maybe it should be like single select. Uh, yeah. So maybe like stonehenge count. And then if Stonehenge is some, yes, Cody, you're correct. Stonehenge count plus equals 1. And then let's show Stonehenge menu if there's 1 exactly. The only thing is that still doesn't tell us how many tiles. So there's a way to do that to get the count of the query. Um, hmm. It's something like selected tiles as, no, it's not as empty. I mean, you can just physically count them, which will be fine. Oh, I might need to look that up. Bevy count entities in query. Is there a count method? Surely not. No. Hmm. Bevy documentation. Tell me your secrets. Get component, get inner, get many, get single. I think you can actually do a get single, and then if it fails, then it's either 0 or many, but that's kind of not what I want. Contains. Hmm. I guess it behaves like any other iterator. Also, its length. Huh. That could work. Uh, len. Let selected count. Huh. Okay. So this is where I start running into Rust and experience issues. Oh yeah. Well, it could be worse, I guess. Okay. The other thing we need to do is update this reset method, because every time we close the menu, we need to reset all these other states as well. Okay. I don't know that I've really covered it yet, but it's kind of better, I guess. The other thing is we can't show the build menu. Um, we can't show the build menu if we're clicked on a crafting station, basically. So, because you can't build two things on the same hex. So, F show build menu and not show stone bench menu. Yeah, something like that. Don't think we're all the way there, but I'm just curious about the effect I've had so far. So I feel like if I really get this dialed in, it's going to make everything else that much easier. Okay, so we build a crafting station. That's definitely wrong. But let's build it. Now we get the stone bench menu. See, that's the thing. It probably shouldn't say stone bench. I mean, we kind of know. All it's saying is maybe it should be like craft, C for craft, or R for recipe. Set the recipe, right? But anyway, B, and yeah, we get both of them. So that's really difficult to read. All right, not quite there. Uh, so many different states to juggle, but this can't be the correct solution. But we'll persevere for a while. I need to go look at samples of people doing complex menu management, even though this doesn't seem complex. So we were in Stonehenge menu. And instead of B for build, um, recipe. Let's go with that for now. That'll also help not get confused between the two B keys, which might help us out initially. Uh, Maybe it should just be crafting table with a recipe or something like that, rather than the individual type. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Um, hmm. Okay. So we can build a stone bench. And if we select a stone bench, we get to set a recipe. If we don't select a stone bench, there's no recipe. So that's good. Recipe, stone block. Well, that's better. I take it if I had here. Oh no, damn. Okay, that's not what's supposed to happen. Um, so it should never trigger that. So the next task is to prevent it from triggering if, yeah, controls run if in state game state playing. That's wrong. It should be run if in state game state playing, run if in state um, huh, stone bench menu state. Tier 1. And I'm hoping that only deals with tier 1. Yeah, it does. So it shouldn't run it shouldn't run at any other time. Let's confirm that's true. So we should be able to build a crafting table, put a recipe on it, and then hitting R here should have no effect, and it doesn't. Okay, good. Seems like we're doing okay. Okay. Oh, all right. So that means I need to do it to all of them. This one doesn't have controls, so that's good, although I guess I need to move them in here, but let's not do that now. Gathering context menu does not have controls. And context menu does not have controls. So they must be all in input. So let's have a look there. Huh. Yeah, anything can respond to these inputs. That's not ideal. Storage controls. Run if in state, game state, playing. Yeah, that's actually wrong too. So should be add systems, update controls, run if in state, game state, playing. Run if in state. Area menu state. Tier 1. Yeah. Yeah, quite clunky. Quite clunky. We need to extract all of this to some much better logic, but let's get it working. Make it work, make it good, make it tidy slash fast. We'll see. It's already fast. Where else have we got controls that might suffer from that bug? Gathering, maybe? Yeah, I think there's about 10 different versions of that saying. Controls gather, yeah, so that needs to be split up too. Update controls, very repetitive, but very necessary. Gathering menu state tier 1. Okay. Did I break anything? Probably. It's time, almost 9. Okay. Build. Uh-oh. Yes, is the answer to the question. I well and truly did break something. Build. Yeah, no. Damn. Okay. Let's look at the build controls. Okay. Well, that should, in theory, also be part of the bug. So it should be run as, but still, doesn't really help explain why it didn't work. Hmm. What exactly was going on there? Yeah, it just never gets to the second tier, or at least it doesn't display it. No, that still works. Build definitely does not. Hmm. Build menu tier 1. Tear down on build menu. Build menu, build submenu. On context menu tier 2. Hmm. It's getting called. I suspect no. Hmm. Good old print one debugging. No, it's not. Okay. So, because that's a state trigger, build submenu on enter build state build menu state tier 2. All right. Controls only run if in build menu state tier 1. Hmm. Character order build. Hmm. I don't know what I broke or how. What have I done? Crafting table order. Yep. Crafting table order. Key R. Build context menu. Only run the controls in build menu state tier 1. sure. Oh, I know what I did, I think. Probably this. I guess. Uh, just to get that back, we'll get rid of that. Might be broken, but it'll be less broken. Less broken is good. Broken is not a binary state. All right, build. No, still nothing. So it's not progressing to that second tier. And the one definitely doesn't work. Okay. Build menu state set. Build menu state tier 1. On enter build menu state tier 1. Run build menu tier 1. All right. Now the dogs are playing up. So if we've issued the character order build menu state set, build menu state tier 2. What am I missing? All right, man. Have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. Uh, build submenu. We've already proven that's not running. So hmm. Just make sure through this track. I could use the debugger, but let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Set build menu state to 1. And then in controls. Blunt debugging at its finest. Okay. Continually setting build media state tier 1. And immediately sets build media state tier 1 again. That's what the problem is. Okay. Why is it doing it now and it wasn't before, though? I think maybe we should only run that in context menu tier 1. That's probably the way to approach it. Oh, I am. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Um, we might just have to add some horrible exclusions. Like, this is so clumsy. Hmm. Because it's timing sensitive, right? Like, how do I make sure that I don't accidentally set it? Do I have to check the current state first? I think it's just very briefly is in the wrong state for one more tick. Why wasn't this an issue before? I don't quite know how to approach that. We could add a state reader for every single one of those states, but God, it starts to get really complicated. It'd be nice if we didn't have to care what the state was from tick to tick. Or we make tier 1 of the category menu the only tier. But I don't think that works either. Why was it working? Why did it ever work? It's just that it wasn't working and I haven't noticed until I tightened up the logic a bit. This might be a tomorrow problem. Will let myself solve it in my sleep. Those are the 3 best places to solve problems, really. In the bathroom, in bed, walking the dog. Usually by the time you get back, you fixed it. I think I may need to look at somebody's menu code and get some inspiration. I would like to understand it though. I feel like it's a good exercise in how to manipulate Bevy state, but I don't know if maintaining state like this is the way to do it. It's almost like you should actually maintain a resource of which menus are open instead of state. It feels like the state is too blunt an instrument. Whereas if you make it a resource, you've got more control over what shape it would be. So, for example, context menu. I mean, it is context menu state, but we wouldn't call it that because it'd be too confusing. So, context menu resource. Which is made up of menus, which is a abstract context menu key no caption or title, or if we're calling it. That would probably be string actually. What else? Call it that for now. Or like in open state. Or even just like a nesting kind of arrangement. So menus. You have self-referential. I don't think so. Maybe it'll work. Just see if the LSP complains at me. It doesn't actually. Interesting. Probably because of this. Um, I have a suspicion it won't let me get away with that, but let's find out. And some kind of is open. Um, that should probably be a vec to a reference, but let's see where this leads. Um, yeah, where have I got resources defined? Anyway, I think I deleted most of them. If we look at Hex Life, there's plenty of them in there. I think in no, I can't remember. Insert resource. I think there might be an init resource too. Hmm. I think it's like add resource. Yeah, init resource. And cursor pause in this case is that. Eventually find the right file. Too many of them open. Yeah. Oh, whoops. know if I'll need a default definition here. All right, screw it. All right. I might need default because of this. Yeah, I do. So I think this will be better because we'll be able to track which menus are open and not care if we set the boolean more than once. Won't be dependent on the state mechanism. Be a lot less verbose. I think this is better. But I might need to implement a default. And I don't even know if you can do that like nesting structs thing, but whether you can or not, we'll need to wait until tomorrow. Good night.